A new note on the case for God by Armstrong. As mentioned in the previous 2 or 3 notes, this is a fantastic divine book, and one important aspect that I like about it is the fact that the author speaks about God in various religions, first of all, and then there are also aspects which critics, atheists, those who reject God, use. In fact, she even mentions that Dawkins, the famous authority on atheism and the absence of God, so to say, would do this scholar would do better to engage more in discussion with those from the theological side who this animal is getting on my nerves. Where is God? I mean, she's old, she's decrepit, you don't see it, fortunately. But whenever she comes out, she drops from her. She still has, on one hand, she still has strength enough to make it seem cruel to put her to sleep. And on the other, she makes life not really miserable, but hellish. Anyway, lucky you don't smell. In the future, when these would have also smells, it would be cool to add the smell of this beast. Anyway, the case for God. There is, Karen Armstrong, there is also not a criticism, but an assessment of the evolution of God within various doctrines. Speaking of the Christian religion, God was like a nice being. Like we're not supposed to say being. There's so many new things we learn from this book, especially me. And one is that supreme being is wrong. God is not a being. God is nothing, some of the theologians used to say, to emphasize that the fact that He is nothing we can describe, we can encircle with words. But coming to the scriptures, Bible, the Old Testament, these stories about God, they describe Him as being generous, kind to begin with, but then he starts making favors, and then these are the other animals around. This is Noah's Ark. And then he's vengeful, speaking of this Noah's Ark, when the vengeful God destroys everything. Crucial is the need to go beyond these stories. These stories are myths. They're being created by by people. Authors have been more or less identified. I mean, they don't know this is Homer, or I'm just giving a name, Balzac. Let's use another. They cannot say that, and he lived this time, such a period. No, but still, there is an identification in the sense that there is somebody from the south of Israel who has created this version, this side, and somebody else insisted on Elohim, and so the authors were from here, not divine, but the meaning is supposed to be not literally, not taken for granted that there were 7 days, that Moses did go on that mountain, and this is what happened exactly. In fact, to end with this note, they have even tried to follow in the footsteps and see, for instance, proof that if the seas did not part when the Jews escaped from Egypt, and led by Moses, they could go between two walls of sea, so to say. They wanted to see if a flash flood happened, but there's no proof of that. And furthermore, looking at documents, there is also no evidence that there has been such a big migration, such a big change in numbers. But there's a myth. We have to think in terms of myth and symbols.